Welcome back, guys. This is episode 2, right? 2.5, 3?
We already did 1, so this would be
2. John, Andrew,
that's me.
welcome back. The first video we did our favorite heavy albums pre-2012, and now we're going to do our post-2012. So, without further ado, we're just going to dive right into it.
Let's get it.
Boom. All right, Andrew. What's your first pick?
Well, my first pick. Okay, so I did a little maneuver here that I was waiting to tell you. I did put these in order. I just wanted to.
I gotcha.
I'm not looking at yours.
No, I'm just looking to see if I like subconsciously put mine in order. Because I mean, the first 5, 3 or 4 or 5.
It wasn't hard. It wasn't that hard. The later ones, the early ones, are very hard. But my first one is going to be The Great Collapse. Fit for an Autopsy.
Great band.
Just Hydra, Black Mammoth, and the other ones.
See, when I listen to Fit for an Autopsy, I always just put them on shuffle. So I don't know what songs are from what albums, and I don't know the track names very well. So.
It's not uncommon to not know all the tracks. I know the hits, and you just let it play.
Yep.
Hydra, when that song gets going,
that's definitely a cool one.
It shivers, man.
Their live shows are sweet too.
Yeah, and they sound perfect live.
Joey.
And yeah, I just know Fit for an Autopsy had to be here.
Dude, they've been around for so long.
Yeah. Absolute Hope, Absolute Hell was cool.
Yeah.
They just do breakdowns a little different, and it's fun.
Yep. When they got their drummer, he didn't even speak English. Really? Yeah.
Well, how the hell are you supposed to drum?
It's all in the music.
Excuse me. All right, go ahead.
Let's see. My first, I'm not gonna go in order.
Not gonna go in order.
No. My first pick is gonna be Mind Force. New Lords from 2022. If you like metallic hardcore and the best breakdowns you'll ever hear, check out Mind Force. It's kind of like a Knock Loose situation where the vocals don't appeal to everyone, you know?
I'm trying to think of what Mind Force sounds like.
Oh, I can. This album I'm talking about is just short and sweet, you know? It's probably like, I don't know, 23 minutes.
Oh, I love them short ones.
And like even some of the songs, you're like, yeah, this is cool, and then they're like the best at writing breakdowns.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
If you showed me one, I'd be like, that's okay.
Yeah, I know I've showed you live stuff before, but I should just show you like tracks. Yeah, you know, because the live stuff, half his live show is him not even using the mic is in the crowd, so it's like the music is there, but you know, which is cool. But it's not a full effect. No. So Mind Force, New Lords, 2022, metallic hardcore, best breakdowns in the game. Boom. That's you.
All right. My second one, or I guess it'd be my number 9 in my top 10. And one I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but it looks like I'm saying it right, is L'Enfant Sauvage by Gojira.
Gojira, nice.
The first song I heard of them was Born in Winter. Okay. And it blew my mind.
I don't know if I've heard that one. I have a couple of their songs on
We've listened to it. It's
playlist. Okay.
It's just a mellow, just weird riffing and like clean tone, and then it just hits with their sound, you know, their riffing and their distortion. It is that one, and yeah, that's the title track. That's another band you could just flow through an album.
Oh,
just even holy fuck, there's parts everywhere.
I've noticed even with our previous list, a lot of your picks are bands that I just put on shuffle. Yeah. Like I don't album or deep dive them. I just put them on shuffle.
Yeah, because that's what we're used to, picking songs and parts, and like track 7, track 9, and track 2 have the coolest breakdowns. But the older you get, the more you have the patience for it.
Oh, my last week has been nothing but straight albums. I haven't been like shuffling or nothing. So
it's an old age thing, or like, we're both in our mid 50s, and it comes comes with age.
Edit super cool aging effect.
Yeah, do it.
Get to work.
Okay.
Me.
Yep,
Oh
you're
man.
next.
My next pick is going to be. Let's go with Gotta Do It, Knock Loose, Laugh Tracks, 2015.
Okay.
What needs to be said?
It's just so good.
So good. Oblivion's Peak is my favorite off that. Obviously, there's Counting Worms, Billy No Mates, All My Friends. Is All My Friends on that one? I don't remember, but not much needs to be said about Knock Loose. Even the Pop Culture, the one EP before that, is super sweet. So, and everyone knows Knock Loose.
The recordings are so good.
Yeah.
Like, it's so perfect and leveled just perfectly.
I mean,
it just pounds in the grounds.
Yeah, and they're super huge now, but listening to them back then when that's what you were kind of looking for in music.
Bringing back panic chords.
Oh man. Mm-hmm. Isaac's the man.
Yeah.
He writes so much good shit.
Dress is a little weird, but
getting there. He's
it's
getting
cool.
there. He's going Code Orange on us.
As long as he's not going Code Pink.
He's going Billy Eyelash on us.
He's counting wieners.
So, not much needs to be said about Knock Loose, Laugh Tracks if you haven't heard it. Climb up from that rock you've been under. Spin it.
Gotta do it. Alright, baby. I cannot remember for the life of me.
I said I wasn't going to do 2 hardcore bands in a row, but
okay, so this next one is a little off the rails for my taste.
Yeah, I like it. I like it already.
It's the album's Rituals by Rotting Christ.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know what it is about this band, because my taste is not quite this band.
You told me to listen, or you showed me some songs from these guys because I was into that. I actually have an album that it's kind of like, them on here.
The Runes of Beverus?
Yeah.
Runes of Beverus?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called Rituals, and it just sounds like a Aztec ritual. Heavy drums, like just the same note through the whole song, just played different. Dum dum dum. Like it doesn't change. It doesn't go anywhere.
It's like tribal and powerful,
and it took me a while to be like, it's called Rituals. It's a fucking ritual, and they speak in fucking tongues. I don't know what the hell they're saying.
How about that band name though?
Rotting Christ.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I'd get a shirt of them, but
wear it when we go to church.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well.
We can go to church in 2 days.
I got my Acacia Strain inverted cross shirt that I have worn in public once.
I don't know if I have any super offensive shirts at the moment. But
that's why I bought it, because it's literally just like the opposite of this.
Yeah.
Which Johnny bought for me. This is
Ow.
We give each other gifts. We're friends.
We're like that.
We give each other shirts and posters.
Miami Connection. Watch that movie. Watch it.
Sucks so good.
It's the best movie you've ever seen.
Oh, worth the $3.99. Anyway,
what'd you just pick? Oh yeah,
Rituals.
Rotting Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. I wrote the initials of the band on here next to the album name, and I'm like, what's the band name? Shit.
All right, since they've been spoken of, and you kind of threw me off with that Rotting Christ, I gotta go. The Runes of Beverest, the Thule Grimoires from 2021. Crazy album. You need to have a little bit of time to get through it. It's very long, but it's basically like progressive black metal, avant-garde black metal. I'm not even sure what it's called. It's got cool soundscapes through it, awesome black metal riffs, good production. That's a big thing. Doesn't sound like shit. I think it's a solo project. Might be. You might have a live touring act with him, but he writes and does everything.
I don't know who he is.
It's some guy. The guy. You know, it's foreign. I don't know where he's from, but props to him.
So they like 12-minute songs and shit?
Yeah, they're like 6 to like 12-minute songs, yeah. But
those
like
slow burns.
It's all about like atmosphere. Like if you throw that album on and you're like driving to work in a blizzard, going like 20 miles an hour, it's just like doo 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 doo. Oh, you got me in the mood for it.
It's a viber.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a viber.
So good if you kind of like to want to expand your musical realm.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
It's a cool word.
Oh man, check out Runes of Beverist.
Check it out.
That's it for that one.
R-O-B. So whose turn is it?
Here.
Mine? Oh, this one's easy. My 7th one is called Homicidal Ecstasy.
Dude.
By Sangli Sugubak.
The boys.
So, we had talked about how, like, you've never listened to an album you had to take a break through, halfway through. Mm-hmm. And it's literally like eating fucking hot wings and being like, I just need a glass of fucking milk.
I gotta sit down for a second.
So I had to listen to half of it and I go, it's too heavy. Everything's low. There's no high anything. And I go, I gotta listen to some comedy. And then I came back and was like, and I completed my journey.
Fucking Devin Swank. His vocals, killer. The drumming, the dodgeball snare.
They kicked up their drumming for this one too. They did some triplets and stuff. And
that dude drums in like 8 bands.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 solo projects.
Well, they came together for a good one because that album is so fucking heavy.
Even the one right before that, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
With like Gourd in the Chest and
Dead as Shit.
Dead as Shit. Oh, I love that song. Yeah.
Yeah, that one tickled me.
Oh,
so
man. That live studio. There's a live studio of them. Don't know what's called. You'll find it if you look it up.
Audio Tree?
It's not Audio Tree, but it's in a studio.
Right.
And it's simple and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's heavy as shit.
Yeah, they don't. It sounds like they don't lose any of their heaviness playing live.
Like it's simple enough that like.
But it's like their riffs are just so fucking
caveman.
Yeah, and it's the tone is so crunchy and fuzzy. You don't even know what the fuck's going on. Anyway, your turn.
Oh, my next pick, I guess, is gonna have to be Kardashev with Liminal Right from 2022. I know you're not a fan, but that's a sweet album.
I was wincing a little.
I mean, it's one of those.
We don't agree on everything.
No, we don't have to agree. That's why we like hanging out. I show him shit
we agree on a lot.
He doesn't like, and he shows me shit that I don't like, and we voice that, and we move on.
Yeah, we're cool like that.
Kardashev, Liminal Right. They call themselves. I don't even know what they call themselves, but I don't really agree with it. I think they tried to coin the term like black shoegaze or something like that.
Fuck.
And it's really, black gaze, I think, is what they're trying to call themselves.
I remember that.
And it is more prominent in this album, but I don't think they're any kind of gaze. But
have they had anything new recently?
They're riding that. That's like kind of like that's their biggest record.
What's the latest thing they came out with?
That album.
What year was that?
2022.
So they haven't come out with anything new.
Well, I still think a 2022
that's
is
new.
You know, Gatekeeper released an album today, and their last one was on 21.
The thing is, I'm not done with them. Like, no. I'm getting some spaghetti here.
I bet you I could play a song for you, because I remember your thing was you don't like the vocalist.
Yeah, yeah.
Just let me play, like, the track without the...
I've listened to the track, and it's just overlayered.
Well, it's definitely produced.
I get what it's why it's cool and why people like it. It's just there's so much going on. I can't tell if there's if I wanted to play it on guitar, I'm like, what's going on here? I get why it's cool, and like I said, I'm not done with them. I want to hear new stuff. That's why I asked if they had new stuff, because I'm like, I'll give it.
They might have something out. I don't know.
I'll give it another chance.
I'm kind of at that point with them where if I'm gonna listen to them, even if they had new stuff out, I'd probably just put this album on,
Right.
But yeah, it's basically death metal with some black metal in there. No gaze really. Maybe some soundscapes. There's a couple tracks that are just like spoken word, which is not to my liking, but they make up for it on other ones.
Layered as hell.
And layered as hell, apparently. I'm gonna play some for him later.
Fine. Then I'm gonna play.
It's all you, bud. One of these.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm playing with
Fidget.
John keeps a lot of raw noodles around. If you
For
don't
no
know,
reason.
you don't know. But if you know, you know. Is that the thing? Or is that just you?
What? Yeah, it's spaghetti.
Do people know why people have these around?
No one's gonna know why I have pieces of spaghetti, and we don't need to tell them either.
If
They're for my pee hole.
If you know, you know.
They're for my urethra Franklin.
That would have been a band in 2004.
I think it is a band or a song name I've heard somewhere. It's like, damn, that's good.
They're called P-tips.
I like to put them up my pee hole and then shatter it.
Not Q-tips, but P-tips. Jesus. That's brutal. Okay. Done playing with your noodle. What's next here? Is it my turn?
Yep.
So I listened to this the past 3 days, and it's just groovy.
I like it.
It's Immersion by Fractalize.
Oh, yes. I saved a couple of their songs that you've shown me.
No vocals, just 10-string guitars, or 9 or 8, I don't know, whatever. Heavy guitars, and just, I don't know, breakbeat's a word now anymore. Breakbeat, or it's just breakdowns, and just low tuning, and just...
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's dope. I get goosebumps. I don't know what it is. I just fucking think it's so cool how... And it's one of those bands, I don't know if you do this, you imagine yourself in the band.
Oh, for sure.
And you watch, I'm in the crowd watching myself on stage, and I just picture 3 dudes, a bass, a guitar, and a drummer just standing there just...
Yeah.
All these fucking noises. If you're into fucking gent or fucking progressive and groove and no notes,
down tempo even.
Yeah, it's so
Chugcore
cool.
shit.
It's so cool. It makes me happy.
Reminds me of some chugcore shit that was out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down that. That could be a whole video.
Just grooves, just gets your fucking neck going down.
And it was Fractalized. What was the name of the album?
It's Immersion. But the song I showed you was Sun Eater.
Sun Eater, yeah.
Well, that's been overused, but yeah.
Anything Eater.
Well, Sun Eater specifically has been a Lorna Shore song. It's been a Java Cowboy album.
Lorna Snore.
Born Ashore. Okay, Born a Snore. Gotta say it. Alright, go ahead.
My next one is going to be Drain. California Cursed.
Yep. I knew that was on there.
That thing skyrocketed to my most played.
Yeah.
Still is.
I remember when you first showed me it. It was you couldn't wait.
No,
you were
couldn't.
I'm not gonna wait till I come over. You're like,
I was just listen to the first 2 tracks, please.
First 2, first 3, and that's it. That was all the message was.
Feel the pressure, hypervigilance, dude.
Drain is a fucking shit.
I like their second album, but it doesn't touch California Cursed for me.
No.
Besides that cover of The Descendants.
Yeah, but we found that out late, which kind of was
that's song number 3 I found out recently that ended up being a cover. And I'm like, damn it. It's still cool, but thought, you know.
Just a little bit of a bummer there because it didn't say anything about it on there.
Right.
And that song, that Descendants, is from like 84.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's old as shit. Dead as shit.
Drain, California Cursed, metallic hardcore, I guess. Hardcore, I don't know, from the Bay. Yeah. Check out their live shows too. 856, Sammy going fucking wild on the freaking front man.
It's a show, man. It's the only band I see where the singer goes crazier than anyone in the crowd.
Dude never stops smiling. He's just like a beach dude surfer. Hell yeah.
Yeah, puffy fucking short shorts and a dad do.
Yeah. Drums for Gulch.
Yeah. That's where it started. Fuck yeah. That was a fucking banger.
Drain, California Cursed.
Alright, babe.
Alright, babe.
Okay. So this band was mentioned today.
Oh.
And I just think this album was perfect. It's called A Tear in the Fabric of Life. Knocked Loose.
I was gonna say, anything Knocked Loose does.
I was strategic with my choices because I knew you were gonna pick Laugh Tracks. Mm-hmm. And that album is fucking in there for me, but A Tear in the Fabric of Life was just like perfect for me.
That's very good.
It's just, it did the one rule that I think is so important to make something great. They went from A Different Shade of Blue, which was like 13, 14 songs.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
And they did this, and it was like 8 songs.
Yeah.
I'm like, 6 to 8 songs.
Perfect.
Just, that's perfect, man. I don't need all this. I don't need to find stuff in there. I just want 6 to 8 bangarang Rufio songs.
Yeah.
And Forced to Stay is my favorite song by them. It's so good. The ending of Forced to Stay. It just, there's cymbal work and then lack of it.
Yeah.
And just the weird notes they throw in there that don't fit, but it works. It works somehow.
You'll like the last song on their new album.
Yeah, I still haven't listened to their new one.
We will.
Okay. Well, that one made it for me.
Really? We could have put any Knocked Loose out.
Yeah.
Any Knocked Loose album anywhere.
I mean, like A Different Shade of Blue is great. It's just too long for...
Yeah, for sure.
They don't need to make so many songs. They could condense all these parts and make it into this 3 parts and put it in one song. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Knocked Loose is the top tier fucking breakdown band.
Like, I can listen to long tracks nowadays, long albums, but sometimes certain bands, you're just like, this needs to be shorter.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah, you could fit this part, you can put it in this song, and not have to write all this stuff to make this part work.
Mm-hmm. I heard they
opinions.
had like 38 songs written for this new record.
Yeah.
And they had to cut it. Like, how tough would that be? You spend all these time writing these songs, and you gotta like cut it down to like, let's say 14 out of 38. Just like, you don't be like us texting with our lists.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't do this. We need to do like split this up, or
which we did.
We pushed out top 10 of all time is too tough.
It would be mostly my fucking early albums, honestly. But yeah, go ahead.
Is it me?
Yeah, I just said Knocked Loose.
Right. My next pick is going to be Worm for Everglade.
With a U?
No.
Oh.
WORM for Everglade. Swampy Florida death metal.
Oh, that one.
This is another one where the songs are like 6 to 7 minutes, but if you put the time in, there's such cool shit in there. They have a really cool live set at St. Vitus Bar as well. Fucking doomy, gloomy. Death doom, really. That's pretty much it.
It's been your thing, though.
Yeah, I've been digging Death Doom a lot in the last couple of years. So
it's crazy how your tastes change, but still are kind of the same.
I still show you like the parts that I know you'd be like, that's cool.
But
there's other stuff in it too where I'm like, oh, that's like soundscapes behind shit, like kind of like what Knocked Loose is doing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, and like that's cool behind there. Blood Incantation does it.
The layers, like shit in the back
soundscapes, just anything really, synths. I like some synths.
Yeah, see, you got way more patience than I do. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Worm put out a split with another band called Dream Unending, and
that's cool. That's a cool name.
They have 8-minute songs, but it's like Dream Theater Death Doom. Dream Unending is clown juice. You got clown juice. Anyways, Worm for Everglade. Blue Nothing is cool too, and whatever their first EP is. Anything Worm, listen to them if you got the patience.
Yeah, baby. So I learned a funny acronym. Not an acronym. Another funny thing to say for masturbating is punching the clown.
Punching the clown.
So like your ball bag is the nose, and it's just.
I love punching the clown.
Yeah. I like feeding the geese. I heard. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. You feeding the geese, but like punching the clown.
I always would use Knuckle Children.
Yeah.
For a little. That's my reference. I never really liked it though. It's just
punching the clown. You know, a buddy of mine called it punching the clown. I'm like, yeah, your ball bag's a fucking clown nose. And you're just punching it.
Fucking bozo.
I gotta go bozo quick.
Pennywise.
Fucking.
Pennywise.
I was trying to think of a punny. Is that very punny? Whose turn is it?
Yours, boy.
Okay. So, this was another one that I haven't figured out how to say the name of the album, and I listened to it like twice today because it's so cool.
There's still, yeah.
It's called Datilysium.
Yep. Banger. I know it.
By fucking Zenith Passage.
Yep.
So I'm a bit of a tech boy.
The tech boy.
I like Rings. I like Arc.
Oh, tech death boy.
Zenith Passage, although they kind of rip off the Faceless, but like severely.
Well, share members or member.
But the sounds they do, the slow parts. Sure. But I'm like, you get a pass because it's so cool.
I think their first one might have been produced by Keen too.
That makes sense.
Right.
I think Keen produced Born of Osiris' first album.
Yep.
But anyway, Divinertia 1 and 2, Axiom of Error. And then again, I go scroll through it, but going Divinertia 1 and 2 and just listening to that is just...
That's actually what you texted me the first time. Or I was like, I don't remember who texted who, but you're like, that transition from 1 to 2 is so sweet. There. And I go listen, I listened to it before that, and then you tell me that, and I go back and listen to it. I'm like, that is sweet.
It slows it down.
I never would pick out.
Because that's not how we listen to music now.
No.
You don't just like, all right, I want to start this album. I mean, you do sometimes when you hear a new album, but this one I wanted to listen to the whole way through, and just their transitions were great. And it's so fucking tight.
Yeah.
Like prom fucking night tight.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I going to say about them? Yeah, banger.
That Kaleidoscope.
Well, yeah, that, their release before that.
Old shit, but this is their first, I think it was on
back to the, sometimes, for me anyways, I don't realize how cool some stuff is until it's pointed out.
Right.
And then I focus on it, I'm like,
totally.
That is fucking cool. Why didn't I catch that before?
Yeah, you've been that way for me for a lot of shit and stuff I've listened to, and you kind of you can figure out breakdowns in there. I'm like, that is a breakdown, and you know where to fucking bang your head, and just, it's so tight, it's so technical, it's so perfect, I think that,
Yeah, that album's killer.
Yeah. Your turn.
Here's one I'm not 100% how to say as well.
Sweet.
The band, Fulci.
Yeah, Fulci.
Tropical Sun. Just fucking grooves the whole time. Every song is just like...
I did not think you'd pick that one.
Just because it flows so well. Like, there's a couple like sample tracks on there or whatever. That's just because it's they're named after an Italian movie director who made like super gory horror movies. So some of their tracks are just like samples from his movies. But it's just like
concept alone is cool.
It's just like groovy, brutal death. And brutal death is usually groovy in some way, but this is just like the whole thing just flows. It's awesome. The artwork is cool. You think, you know, you're listening to a band based off that, and it's gonna be like a dark album cover. And it's tropical sun. It's just bright white with like
that is I never thought about it. Tropical sun.
Yeah, shedding like zombies shedding skin and like a palm tree behind them. Oh, it's on the screen.
I never thought about that, man. Yeah, that
it's so cool.
Tropical sun. Yeah, that is not brutal at all.
No.
It's like naming an album like Where the Green Grass Grows or something.
It's just fucking blast beats.
This album is called Tim McGraw. I don't know.
That would be good to find.
I always thought the song All My Exes Live in Texas by George Strait would be a cool like intro to like a fucking chaos metal grindcore band. Like a Chariot or Converge thing.
Surprised Upon a Burning Body never snatched that one up.
Yeah. Well, they're still going.
Everything is paradise.
Hey, I had a Texas phase, man.
That album was sweet.
Yeah, Red, White, and Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them too. Yeah.
That was a good. I remember them. Yeah.
It's a bit.
It's a thing now, but not my thing.
What the fuck was I saying? All my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Fuck. Hang. That would be dope. Cool. All right.
We can do it in our
post. We'll do it in post.
We started a band last episode. What was it again? Acapella?
The tone something? I don't know. I said something stupid.
We're learning.
It's a learning process.
I think it might be your turn.
Yeah.
I just did some Fulci. Someone let me know how to say that, because I'm too lazy to look it up.
Okay, so I got 3 left. You should have 3 left. Right?
I only got 1 left. But I got a couple.
This is a top 10.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. Well, I can, yeah. I'll use some of my...
Well, as long as you got...
I got backups.
You seriously didn't think to do 10?
I had 10 at one point, and I must have...
You knew it was 10.
I know.
All right. Well, yeah, at least you got a reserve.
I can fill in the blanks here.
So this album, I had predetermined to put in here as my number 3 because I got some flack from you for not putting this band in my first list. And
I wasn't flack, just surprised.
Yeah, okay. So this is Disintegrator by On Broken Wings.
OB-Dub.
And the reason they're in this list and not the old one is because I had such a tough time deciding shit. And this was one of the only bands that came out with shit later that pounded my ass.
Still fucking goes.
And they had like a fucking corn bass tone. Like it's so cool, that fucking Rubik's Cube Obsession, Kinoma. Unbroken Wings fucking did it.
Mosh Metal is alive.
Fucking like, it's like we should have a channel called Mosh.0 or something.
That's a good one.
And put it on some fucking gym shorts.
Yeah.
Every time I listen to this, it makes me want to put on gym shorts and a jersey and not work out.
Yeah.
I mean, wear it to shows.
Like, let's go back a little bit, you know. One of the honorable mentions was one of their older albums. Dude used voice distortion.
Oh, yeah.
Don't give a fuck. Like, you would get shit for that back in the day.
Through the Eyes of Dead did that too.
Yeah, right. But, like, it sounded so cool, and I was all for it.
They did samples, and their songs were just creative. Like, it wasn't, you didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. And that album was for like us back in the day. We all knew them all. We knew all the songs.
Even their singing stuff. The singing is not good, but it
works. It works. That's the thing, and they still do that.
Yep. OB-Dub, dude. Legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary creatures.
Unbroken Wings is a baby of mine.
They're playing that. New England. Metal and hardcore one of the days.
That we're not going to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Poo butt ass.
Shithole.
And it's outdoors, I found out that. Ugh. So I was like, oh, where's the VIP?
Too old for that shit.
I'm like, I'll pay an extra $100 to go to VIP just to have my own thing.
Probably have to bring my goddamn galoshes.
But I was thinking it would be like a first Ave thing, like just a balcony.
Right.
Anyway, that's mine. Third. So, you got 3 more.
Alright, that works.
Trying hard not to say bad words.
My next pick, I'm going to go with Death Heaven. Album called Sunbather from 2013. Black metal. It's good. It's good black metal. Produced well. Sounds good. Kind of longer songs. Again, that's kind of what I've been into lately. Their sound is just so... I shouldn't even call it black metal, but that's what they call themselves. It's good black metal. It's catchy. It just goes and goes and goes. They got some soft parts. I mean, it's kind of a legendary album. Like, it's got some high praise, and it still does. It's on a lot of people's best black metal albums of the last couple years.
And the stuff I've heard from what you've shown me, it's almost has like punk influence, like 4-chord riffs with and you think it's going to go to a punk riff, and it's just blasty.
It just keeps going and going, and
like it's very passionate stuff too.
Exactly. That's what I like. Like, I think what drew me into them was I stumbled across a live set of theirs at whatever I've shown you. It might be FYA Fest or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, it's because you said that singer it's his baby, it's his project.
Yeah, and he just comes out, and the whole band doesn't look anything like black metal. They just kind of look like a Jimmy Eat World or some shit.
The singer looks like a real estate agent.
Right, and he just comes out and throws his arms up, and he's just...
from the fucking belly. He just fucking belts.
It's a good performance. So then from there, I was like, well, I gotta check out the album now.
You can appreciate passion when you see it or hear it.
Right.
And that's another trait that we find out later in life of how we like stuff. We like parts, we like breakdowns, we like...
In fact, I'm pretty sure that's how I found Drain too. Stumbled across that live set I've showed you 10 times, and I was like, I gotta check out this album now.
It's still weird to see him as a singer, because you first showed me him in Gulch as a drummer. So it's still weird. It's still like, it's the drummer. I just don't see him as a frontman quite yet. But he's a fucking good frontman. Anyway.
Death Heaven, Sunbather, 2013.
Fucking heavy band.
I'm getting weird on y'all in this list. There's so much weird shit on here that no one's going to know what it is.
I'm not going to get too weird. So I texted you a couple weeks ago, and I said I just listened to 4 albums right in a row. Because I couldn't decide, and I had to decide between Monolith of Inhumanity, Anthropocene Extinction, Death Atlas,
damn, dude,
and Terracite.
Every single one of those fucking rips.
I could not fucking pick one, and I had to sit and listen to them all. And
I know
it's not what you think it is. I picked Death Atlas by Cattle.
That would have been my
Cattle Decapitation
third pick.
And my first thought was Monolith. That was my first thought.
Of course.
But I had to listen to them all again. Terracite's just insane.
That would have been my number 1.
But one thing about Death Atlas was that it had this sadness to it. And I don't know what it was, I enjoyed it. It had this and it wasn't like, oh, my heart hurts because my girlfriend broke out of me. It's like, we're done as a species.
And the timing of that.
And we need to fucking accept that. and they had these little just parts in their album where they just had like just isolated vocal, just state of the emergency kind of broadcast, something like that. And it was like, man, this feels so fucking real. And it was the sadness of it. I was just like, this is so different because it sounds so sad. And it was weird that I liked it.
Mm-hmm. And how about the timing of, I don't remember the album, but at least the single, Bring Back the Plague.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah. That's perfect. It was on
Couldn't
the nose
have worked
with
out
that.
better for them.
And he does the melodic singing that he started in Monolith.
Maybe even Harvest Floor. One was there? I don't remember.
Harvest
if there's
Floor,
any...
he didn't do the singing.
Okay, but that's Monolith. A cool album too.
But but Monolith, like there was Gristle Liquor and Forced Gender. Every other song.
Carbon Stampede.
Yeah, and their Travis Ryan is just insanely good with his content.
Yep.
Is so good at song names that Carbon Stampede, fucking perfect. But Harvest Floor, yeah, they do the thing where they start a riff and it sounds happy, and then it ends sad. Like, man, this sounds so fucking depressing now.
You really can't go wrong with Cattle Cat.
How fast the fucking dude picks.
I don't know who that drummer is, but I would.
I think they've gone through some
give
drummers.
him a high five.
Yeah, if you'd let me.
He was. Did you watch the Travis Ryan on the Garza podcast?
Yeah,
that's a good watch too. You know, he goes into like how he started developing that sing, and you can hear hints of it on. I don't remember what it was. Let's say the Harvest Floor, and then he just kind of like perfected it. Now it's boom.
I don't know if he did it on the Harvest Floor because I never really listened to that.
It's been a long time since I listened to that one.
I first heard him on Two Serve Man, like from 2002, and it's
too much for
unbearably
that
heavy
time.
And just like it's just cringy almost.
Yep.
Like I listened to it at like 15, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so icky. My mom's gonna be. She would not like me listening to this.
Yeah, put on The Offspring or something.
The Offspring. I'd be putting on Millennium by Backstreet Boys. / fucking Drowning Pool. Creed.
Bush.
Dima. Anyway, I've said all I wanted to say.
How many more do I have? 2?
Well, I started, so that means I farted.
Ew.
But I didn't sharted.
Oh.
So you must have 2, because if I started...
Alright.
Yeah.
These ones I'm just kind of pulling out. Just because apparently I didn't have 10. And this is technically not an album, it's an EP. And I don't have the year down.
Ooh.
But I'm going Cut the Tongue. Hard Luck.
Whoa!
Chugcore, hardcore release, Cut the Tongue. Just kick-ass hardcore.
Yeah.
Kind of rough.
Kind of rough, but
I say that about a lot of stuff. I guess
it's still solid though. Like,
yeah. They are back. At least someone under that name of Cut the Tongue is back, but it's just cookie cutter deathcore, and it ain't no Hard Luck EP. It ain't no hardcore. So
yeah. You couldn't wait for my.
It's not on Spotify. You gotta listen to it on Bandcamp, maybe YouTube. Cut the Tongue.
Bandcamp, baby.
Hard Luck EP. Goes hard. Short, sweet. It's like 4 tracks, 5 tracks.
They told me to keep dreaming.
Oh yeah.
I think I put a hole in the floor of my parents' living room going.
Oh yeah.
Not really though.
I gotta scroll through to find my last pick while you.
So you know my number 1. You know it.
I mean, I'm sure I do. It would take me a second to come to. I probably have a couple.
What's my band?
Your band. I'm gonna feel like an idiot when I don't get this.
Yeah, you will. I'm hoping you do.
I don't know.
My number 1 in the last 12 years.
Oh, I do have. I know my number one. I wasn't scrolled down all the way.
I didn't look. I was just looking at you.
Well, you can see all the ones I've done so far. I was sitting here. There's 2 above this.
Ow! Okay, we'll do those two.
So we can scratch. Well, keep that cut the tongue in there because everyone should hear that.
Okay, well.
So I got my last 2.
Well, give me your other ones because we got to end on you just with one.
All right, so I'm going?
Yeah.
All right, we're going Batushka.
Okay.
And I don't know how to say this. Liturgia from 2015.
All I heard was touche.
Batushka. Batushka from Poland. Dude, black metal. Again.
That's it.
But it's like, it sounds super religious. It's got these like choirs and these like hymns turned to black metal, and their live set's awesome. Dude comes out in like Pope robes, chanting and swinging
the incense,
smoky thing, and
what's that incense?
It's got black metal vocals. It's got just these deep, bellowy, religious choruses.
Dude literally stands at a podium and
reads from a Bible. And the guitar players are like 8 string or 7 strings, and they just stand there.
Can't see shit because they're in like burqas.
Batushka, Liturgia from 2015.
It's probably pronounced like La Baquata.
I don't
like it's fucking like you look at the Batushka logo, you're like, wow, how is that Batushka?
Right.
It's Bathauka.
Yeah, but Batauka.
They're a cool band. They're cool.
It rocks.
So my number one is called Soulless Hymns.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, I almost said it. Last 10 Seconds of Life. It is my fucking band.
I knew that.
Let me scroll through. Let's see here.
So how many tracks on that? Just
As the World Turns Over.
Woo!
The box.
North of Corpus, 5 inches from the sun.
Meant to Be Free
Yeah.
is fucking new metal, which that tickles me. Guillotine Queen.
Pain is our pleasure.
Fucking Ballad of the Butcher. Junkie.
They really can't go wrong either. I don't care, they gone through some.
They did the vocals. Even when they switched over to what the fuck's his name?
No idea.
Or George R. R. Martin or something. Richard R.R.G. Jesus. He did so good. The Violent Sound, Machina Non Grata. He did good, but he was no Storm, who was in the previous In Vivo Ex Vivo, which is good.
That's the one I never really. You probably showed me enough off there where if you played them, I'd be like, oh yeah.
I'll show you. If I show you a dime a dozen, you'll be like, oh, okay, I know that one.
That one does sound familiar.
But then their new vocalists and their new shit, they put out 2 albums in 1 year. We know their fucking banger is
Liberation.
Yeah. That is by far my number 1 album in the last 12 years. It's.
I mean, you give me enough time, I would have got that. I was more concerned that I was missing 2 off my list.
Yeah.
That's my excuse.
You would have got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't need any hints.
Have you ever seen Last 10?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm with Richard George Michael, the singer.
Richard Dreyfuss?
I can't remember his name. George R. R. Martin. I think I keep wanting to say that, but it's not. What the fuck is his name? H. Richard Griffin?
Yeah, it's something like H.P. Lovecraft or something.
That might be it. Minecraft Lover 64 at AOL. Yeah, that was the one I saw them live, and I went.
Scott C. Riley.
No, it's John C. Riley.
Yeah, something like that. No, John C. No, he's from Step
Robert John C. or something like that.
Something like that. Or it don't matter. No one's gonna watch this.
No. So I saw them in the cities. I went to see them because the tour was Carnifex, Within the Ruins, Black Tongue, which they didn't show up because they couldn't get their visas. So
that could have been on my list.
Fuck.
Did not think of that.
But Last 10 was there, and I saw them, and I saw a kid get hit in the face in the pit, and it was at a break in their song, and you just heard, and he fucking hit the floor, and you heard everyone go, ooh!
Was it a punch or was it a mosh?
I don't know. You just saw a dude just fucking sleep.
Right.
4 dudes came up and pulled him out of the pit in the middle of the song.
Dirt nap.
And I'm sitting at like a fucking like a high rise like bar stool. I'm like, ooh.
You know what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, that's what you get. All right, last one for you.
My last one's a no-brainer. This is, if I did do these in order, this would have been my number one either way. We're going Gate Creeper.
Hey boy.
An Unexpected Reality from 2021.
Fucking sick.
17-minute album, and the last
Fucking
track on there is
sick.
8 minutes long. So, do the math.
It's funny to hear that. Just hearing you say that makes me laugh. And I knew it.
If you got 7 minutes, listen to Gate Creeper, Unexpected Reality. So it takes their classic, like, old school death metal sound, fuses it with hardcore, thrash, fast music,
And it's punchy.
catchy ass riffs. It's great.
It's
I've
fucking
played
good.
them for you many times.
It's so good.
Many times. Then when you're done with that album, just hit the rest of theirs. All their stuff is good.
Yeah.
New album
Gate Creeper is the shit.
today, yesterday,
Today?
and that was my number one. I mean,
Well,
there's not really much.
you said you didn't do an order, so that was just your last
Well,
one.
that would have been my number one had I did them in order.
So how hard was it? Okay, now that we're done with our lists, we're gonna go honorable mentions.
Oh man, I kind of use.
Yeah, I only got one more.
I
But-
got one or two.
What I didn't expect is that you didn't mention Frozen Soul
Thought about it.
and you didn't mention Creeping Death.
Thought about it.
Those are the
Those
two.
are sacrifices I had to make.
I knew Gate Creeper would be there, but
I made the choice. I did not have Creeping Death at any time on my top 10, I will admit.
Okay.
Although, totally forgot about them. I did have Frozen Soul, but I had a couple bigger ones on there that I wanted to take off. Or, not want to take off, but ended up taking them off to put some of these weirder albums in there to hopefully get them out there so someone can be like, I'm going to check that out.
that's what I did with my first list.
Right.
Too.
Worm, Kardashev, Death Heaven, Runes of Beverest. Those are kind of like my odd albums I listen to, and I would like more people to check them out.
And there was one I was like, I think I got to get rid of this one.
Another honorable mention. Are we doing those yet? Or no?
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So
Aberrance, Wither Decay.
yeah.
Another chugcore. Probably an EP. It might
man.
be an album.
Look, like if I had to look through my old Chugcore like shit that I downloaded, this list might have changed big time.
Back in the day when you could just go to chugcore and hit a download button.
Yeah. Sometimes you
And
couldn't
then,
just do that. You had to convert the file and just.
I never listened to those ones really, but it's too bad. That was a good thing, and then some drama happened.
Honorable mention. I only really had one. It's I couldn't choose between Nomad and Absolute, but fucking Kubla Khan. The band that literally beat the fucking meme and the joke of fucking single note, low tune, 000 shit.
Drum and bass, baby.
Kubla Khan, you are my only honorable mention. Matt Honeycutt is cool.
He's fucking rad.
And he's fucking just a fucking cool live dude.
Yeah. Really, any of their albums could have made a top 10 easy, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, throw them. They're one of those bands where even their albums are good, you could still throw them on shuffle because you're like,
because you know
you're gonna hit so much shit.
Gonna happen.
You're gonna hit so much shit and some stuff you probably like passed before.
The only band that can say "monkey see, monkey do," and it sounds fucking
Monkey
cool,
see, monkey do.
and then try not to say "monkey poop all over you."
Drum and bass, that's all you need.
Yeah, it's BC live at like Warped Tour. It's fucking cool. BC is so cool.
I don't really have any other honorable mentions, so we can call it there. We can kind of go through some ideas for our next video.
True that. True that.
Well, we're gonna end it there, I think, right?
Yeah, we'll call it good, and we'll give you a new video, all four of you. Or three of you.
Hopefully this video is a little shorter than the previous one.
Yeah, this is fun for us.
Yeah.
We do this because it's fun.
If anyone is out there, we appreciate it. We appreciate it, that's all.
Yep.
We don't expect anything to come from this. But if it does, thank you.
Love you.
Bye.